Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menasce. Today is another AMA episode, that is Ask Me Anything. I love to answer your questions, and if you have a question you think is going to be of broad interest, send it in. I'll answer it live on the air. Send your questions to victor@victorjm.com. That's victor@victorjm.com. Today's question comes from Ryan in Los Angeles, who asks, what are the major components of a market feasibility study for senior housing, and what do you consider strong indicators for a viable market? Well, Ryan, this is a great question. When it comes to understanding market conditions, we believe it's important to conduct a thorough market analysis that goes far beyond what you would typically find in a third-party market study. The third-party market study is going to be required, obviously, by a construction lender, and it's going to need to happen within a window that's acceptable to the lender. That's usually 60 to 90 days of the loan closing. That's far too late in the process to get third-party market data. So we're going to want to negotiate with the provider of the third-party market study, an initial study, and then an update closer to closing. Now, we too will require that third-party market study in order to convince ourselves that we've not missed anything in our own analysis. And then finally, we will require the market study as part of our due diligence that we owe to our investors. We need to be able to put our hand on our heart and feel confident that we have not overlooked anything. But the third-party market studies do have limitations. They tend to look at the market through a very narrow and very traditional lens. You're going to see a section in the market study on demographics. Are there enough people aged 85 and above having sufficient household income and net worth to sustain the proposed number of beds in your project? That's fundamentally what the market study is trying to answer. You're going to see a section dedicated to analyzing the current supply situation, including the current market occupancy. They're going to forecast the number of beds that are needed based on traditional actuarial models. The analysis will include a breakdown of the different types of offerings, including independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, all of the different things. And there's going to be a further breakdown of the beds based on whether they're market rate or whether there's an insurance or subsidy component to the revenue. So it sounds pretty comprehensive so far, but unfortunately it's not. There's a number of missing pieces that in our view are critical to the successful operation of a new facility. Delivering a quality product offering in the market means having a deeper understanding of the competitive landscape. So we therefore conduct our own market study in-house, and that starts with secret shopping the competition. We'll literally send someone around to visit all of those facilities we want to put our eyes and really experience what the customer will experience at all of the competition. We want to know the quality of our competition because we also know the quality of our product offering. If our competitor is a 40-year-old facility and you can literally smell the neglect when you walk in the door, that's going to be a much weaker competitor than the brand new facility that's been well designed and offers strong amenities. We're going to perform a detailed competitive analysis that goes beyond just the numbers of beds and revenue per bed. See, senior housing is first and foremost a service business that happens to have a real estate component. But it's a service business where the quality of the staff makes all of the difference between a winning business and a losing business. Market studies I've seen do not address the quality and availability of the skills needed to operate a winning facility. The talent pool is increasingly the limiting factor in delivering a quality product. That's even after you've designed the building perfectly. We're talking about the executive director, the sales manager, the activities director, the registered nurses, the personal care workers, the chefs, and so on. All of those roles are critical to the successful operation. And if the talent pool is too thin or the labor rates are too high, the economic model for the project might be challenged. Healthcare staffing has been extremely challenged, especially since the onset of the pandemic, and I don't believe the third-party market studies that I've seen have done an adequate job of addressing the workforce situation. The market study may or may not fully reflect any move-in incentives that some players in the market are employing. The best way to evaluate this is by secret shopping the competition at this more detailed level. And then finally, we're proponents of a new product category for which we actually won the Senior Housing News Architectural Design Award last year, and we believe that residential care model that focuses on smaller assisted living homes with up to 16 residents per home results in a better patient outcome. We've got better resident to caregiver ratios of 5.3 to 1 versus the industry norm of 16 to 1. These smaller facilities, however, do struggle from a profitability standpoint when they're just built as a standalone facility. So we're proponents of building a campus of residential care homes, which is essentially a best of breed. It brings the economy of scale, the benefits of being associated with a big box facility, combined with the clear advantages of the residential care model. The third-party market study is not going to reveal very much about how our new facility will compete in that competitive landscape. So again, we're going to augment the market study with our own data. The market study stands on its own and shows the market fundamentals. Our own analysis shows how our unique product will fare in that competitive landscape, and that includes the competition for attracting the best talent in the area. I want to thank you, Ryan, for an awesome question. Hopefully that answers your question. As you think about that, have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.